Good day to all of you, and dearest, welcome to a new time on Jibek Joly World. I'm Norbek Kamenov. Kazakhstan will borrow 345 million euros from the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Mazhilis approved the draft law on the ratification of the loan agreement between Kazakhstan and the IBRD at a plenary session today. The full amount will be aimed at covering the country's budget deficit. Kazakh Finance Minister Yerlan Zhimaubayev reported, presenting the bill at the lower house of the Kazakh parliament. The funds will also support social and other high-priority programs of the state targeting a sustainable economic recovery. Zhimaubayev noted that the loan will have a maturity of 11.5 years with a rather attractive rate that would not exceed 2.5%.
Your visit presents a great opportunity to mark the remarkable achievements across all areas of partnership between Kazakhstan and the European Union. EU for Kazakhstan is a big priority. We attach big importance to enhancing our relationship, and I would like to note that the enhanced partnership and cooperation agreement, the first of its kind signed by the EU with Central Asian states, launched a new stage of deepened cooperation in all areas. So we witness regular high-level contacts between Kazakhstan and the EU.
In turn, Charles Michel emphasized the dynamic development of cooperation between Kazakhstan and the European Union.
We had the occasion of the recent months and years to improve the relationship between Kazakhstan and the European Union. We had the occasion 1 year ago to meet in person in Brussels, and since then, on a regular basis, we are in close contact and in dialogue. There are many fields where we can work together. We think that climate change is an important common responsibility, and certainly we'll have the occasion to address all the topics related to this.
The trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan amounted to 369 million of US dollars in 8 months of 2022. From now on, the countries intend to increase the trade volume to 1 billion. For that, the states agreed to stimulate mutually beneficial supplies of goods and services, explore new areas of interaction and joint projects. Cooperation in the field of transport and logistics in the Middle Corridor project will bring the countries' relations to a new level. This was stated by the Kazakh ambassador to Azerbaijan on the occasion of the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the countries.
Kazakhstan occupies an important place both in Central Asia and in the Caucasus. Kazakhstan is one of the major exporters of energy and millet, and also plays a big role in bringing relations between Turkey and Azerbaijan to a new level. We highly appreciate the comprehensive development of relations with Kazakhstan. We are primarily interested in peace and stability in the region, and most importantly, strategic location in the Middle Corridor. All roads from the east pass through Kazakhstan to Azerbaijan, Turkey, and to the west. Food, energy, oil and gas are transported along this road.
Kazakhstan is currently exporting IT products. The development of domestic IT specialists are in demand among Uzbek colleagues. In the nearest future, Samarkand plans to become a major IT hub.
Uzbekistan has already begun to apply Kazakhstan's experience in the IT sphere. Thus, the product of Kazakh IT specialists, a smart traffic control system which enables to identify driving violations, is currently functioning in Namangan. The project managers signed an agreement with the local administration. Meanwhile, a parking management project has recently been launched in the city of Tashkent. Being under the jurisdiction of Uzbekistan, we have a head office in Kazakhstan. We set up the systems at 4 facilities in Uzbekistan that show good results. We also plan to implement them in at least 10 to 15 facilities in 2023. The developments proposed by Kazakhstan to Uzbekistan include online mortgages, proactive public services, as well as state-of-the-art technology in the banking system.
Мы сейчас на данный момент подписали контракт первый, это в этом году.
We had this year's first contract signed. The Sergek video surveillance system was installed at 18 spots in the city of Namangan. The system, invented in Kazakhstan, complied with all requirements to obtain an export license. In the future, we are going to tap into new markets of other countries. For example, the next one is Tajikistan.
Также у нас есть сертификация поверок.
It bears noting that since 2018, Kazakhstan's export value of IT products has made up $223 million.
Kazakhstan's GDP growth amounted to almost 3% in the first 9 months of 2022. According to Galimjan Pirmatov, governor of the National Bank of Kazakhstan, the figure is fully in line with the forecasts. The decline of the mining industry led to a business slowdown due to maintenance works of the country's major mines and an accident at the Kashagan oil field. Meanwhile, the manufacturing industry, trade, information and communication, transport and agriculture contributed positively. Further economic growth will be driven by the positive dynamics in domestic demand and real exports, as well as the recovery rate of oil production. It should be noted that the day before, the main financial regulator of the country raised the base rate to 16%. This measure, experts say, is necessary to curb inflation. The latter has exceeded the expectation this year. In addition, the regulator reserves the right to further tighten monetary policy if necessary. And there is still potential for an increase in the base rate that previously was 14.5%. Kazakh and South Korean environmental scientists are planning to implement a project on greening the dried seabed of the Aral Sea. The issue was discussed by the parties at the Assembly of the Asian Forest Cooperation Organization held in Almaty. As experts noted, landscaping is one of the most effective ways to combat salt and sand beds. According to the project, 160,000 hectares of land are planned to be forested.
Қазіргі таңда біз енді АФОКымен бірге бірлесе жоба ұсынған болатынбыз. Ол жобаның
We have invited the Asian Forest Cooperation Organization to take part in this project aimed at planting saxaul seedlings on the dried seabed. We are currently discussing the details of setting up a tree nursery. Our proposal is presently under consideration by the Asian Forest Cooperation Organization. We hope to get to work next year.
бұйырса келесі жылдардан бастап сол жұмысты іс жүзінде асыруға жұмыс басталады.
Especially the ASEAN members.
We all know that South Korea is successfully restoring forests, said Park In-shik, Director General of the International Affairs Bureau. And we are ready to share our experience with Kazakhstan. Forest planting is crucial for climate protection. Therefore, we will jointly address the climate crisis.
Turkestan hosts an international conference on the preservation of sacred heritage. The event is attended by 60 experts from 20 countries. They discussed the role of the personality and works of Hoca Ahmet Yasawi for the Turkic peoples, as well as the cooperation between the universities in the field of sustainable tourism and pilgrimage. Moreover, higher educational institutions are planning to sign a memorandum of cooperation.
Our main tasks are preservation of cultural heritage and development of tourism potential. Our country has a rich history. There are many mausoleums in Kazakhstan with high historical potential. They need to be kept and protected from destruction.
Jewelry, textile, leather, and felt items. Souvenirs and toys made by craftspeople from Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan and Russia were presented at the International Festival of Artisans. A Kazakh craftsman from Almaty, Rizkildi Musayev, showcased jewelry made of silver and non-ferrous metal. He has been making unique items in the traditional style, reflecting the national color for almost 45 years. During this time, thousands of his works spread around the world.
I've already been to a national festival held in Petropavl. I really like this kind of events. I trained as a jeweler, and today my children are following me.
Artisans from the neighboring countries also presented their works. Nadezhda Yeremeyeva, craftswoman from the Kurgan city in Russia, brought ceramic whistles, distinguished by delicate work and unique patterns. Kyrgyz artisans gave a belt made of metal and leather to a museum in the North Kazakhstan region, while craftspeople from Salehard brought a figure carved from wood. Workshops and a fair were also held for visitors during the festival. That's all the news we've got for you today. Make sure to stay tuned. I'm Nurbek Kamenov, and I'll see you very soon.